even if you try to hide it, I know who you are. There's some sickos here that love Tsunderes, and to be honest, I'm one of you. That's why we're going to talk about the top 10 romance anime with Tsundere girls. Number 10, Ladies vs. Butlers.
まだここに慣れていませんから、幼馴染の私がフォローして差し上げようかと思いまして。ね、アキハルくん。
Starting off our list is a series that is what would happen if Oren High School Host Club was written by a complete degenerate. What happens here is that our boy Hino was adopted by his uncle after his parents passed away since he didn't want to burden them. He became a butler at a high school and also unexpectedly met his childhood friend. But everything just becomes even crazier when he meets the ladies.
裸なら女子トイレに閉じ込めて便器を。
I mean, did you expect anything to be normal after you became a butler at a high school? And I'm straight up just gonna tell you, that's what it is. It's an ecchi harem rom-com that focuses more on the melons than an actual plot. Still, it's hella entertaining and I love the jokes since they're actually funny. It's not a great anime, but it doesn't try to be one, and that's what makes it good. Number 9, Endo and Kobayashi Live, the latest on Tsundere villainess Lisolette.
笑い事ではありませんわよ。そんなご事情がありながら一人で寮に残るだなんて物騒ではなくて。すみません。でもその本当に行くところが。
Next up, we have an anime with an extremely long title with words that I don't even understand. We follow our girl Shihiono, who is in love with an otame game and is even more obsessed with the villainess. Well, it might have been too much because now the characters can hear the players' voices and she and her friend have basically become gods. Now she tries her best to keep the villainess alive.
私はどちらでも良いのですけど、殿下がそこまでおっしゃるのでしたら別にお引き受けして構いません。
This one stands out in the villainous genre because of its unique twist. The characters didn't exactly get isekai, but just got involved in the game. What's even better is that these two MCs are clearly in love, and things become even more exciting as the episodes go by. The animation's not godly, but it's enough to give us one enjoyable and solid show. Number 8, My Sweet Tyrant.
できないならとっととよこせ。役立たず。
ありがとう。こういうの膨らますの苦手で面目ない。
関節キスありがとうございます。
Would you still fall in love with someone if they were rude as hell to you every single day? I sure wouldn't, but these two are just built different. We follow Akun, a shy guy who somehow managed to bag his dream girl, but because he doesn't know how to accept any form of love, he acts really harshly towards her, but tries to make up with her in his own way. Lucky for him, the girl knows his true nature and doesn't leave him.
玄関でベタベタすんな。気持ち悪いんだよ。
You might be surprised that this anime has 25 episodes, but each of them is only 3 minutes long. This means that you can finish it within just a couple of hours. Despite the premise, everything is quite cute, especially the art style. Kind of gets rid of the uncomfortable parts. It gives you a wholesome and lighthearted series instead. Number 7, Love Hina.
こっからこっちへは入ってこないでよ。いい？
寝ている女の子に手出すような卑怯な真似はしないよ。
どうだかスケベだよが。おやすみ。
But this next anime is anything but wholesome, and I know OG degenerates know this one. Our boy Kaitoro made a promise to a girl when he was a kid that they would see each other again at Tokyo University. While he studies it for the university, he tries to stay at his grandma's hotel, but it turns out that she is already in all-girls dorm. There his entire life changes as he becomes the manager and meets 5 girls.
消えた。
To be honest, for an ecchi harem anime, there's a ton of drama and mystery here. Think of it as nisekoi, but they actually took it a bit seriously. Aside from that, there's also some pretty decent comedy embedded in it. It may get a bit repetitive, but somehow it still keeps up with the entertainment, and I never got bored while watching it. Number 6, Hayate the Combat Butler.
この綾崎颯が命をかけてあなたをお守りいたします。
バカ！マリアの前で照れるようなことを言うな。
Before, we had ladies vs. butlers, and now we have Hayate, the combat butler. Well, this guy was abandoned by his parents and sold to the Yakuza, but luckily, he manages to escape and after a series of misunderstandings, ends up as the butler of a rich kid called Nagi. Now he trains to serve her and stop any unfortunate events from happening to him and her at the same time.
ミッキーだとこのバカ
お嬢様
Every trope you ever imagined can be found in this anime. Shy boy? Here. Tsunderes? Here. A harem? Here. It's basically jokes on every single one of these funniest ways possible, and then it was a great move. Surprisingly, the animation is pretty decent, and there are some action scenes that make it more dramatic. Just the anime references alone got me hooked. Number 5, Real Life.
大丈夫ですかカズくん
ごめんちょっと重くて
だから使うと言ったんです
すいません
Ever wondered what would happen if the isekai reincarnated MC actually had some brains for once? Watch Real Life. Our boy Arata has a pretty boring existence, but everything changes when he takes a mysterious pill and suddenly goes back to his 17-year-old self. Now that he's part of a new experiment, he realizes that redoing everything is not going to be as easy as it seems.
別にイライラするあの顔が頭から離れないなんでゲス顔をキラキラさせてんのよ
Now, the highlight of this series is definitely the plot. There was a seamless connection between all the episodes, and the fact that it had a complex plot but still made my peanut of a brain understand it perfectly is pretty impressive. It had some really good moments that'll hit you right in the feels. Give it a try, and watch your little weeb heart beat again. Number 4, The Familiar of Zero.
そっかお姫様が来るから俺に慌てて行けよ
黙ってなさいそれに姫殿下の前で何ボケって立ってるのよ
This next one is basically Toradora if it was in a fantasy world. The MC, Luis, whose full name I don't even want to start pronouncing, is basically being bullied because she can't cast magic properly. During their summoning classes, she summons a literal guy named Saito, but he just ends up being her personal butler and slave. But is he just like any other human?
余計な真似はしないでね
散々練習させといてそれかよ
いいのよ姫様にあんたのことバレちゃったから
To be honest, I didn't expect that this anime would be really good. I just thought it was going to be some generic trash show, but nope, completely blew my mind. Saito is so lovable as an MC too. He's got a great personality and can sometimes be a complete chat if he wants. The art and character designs feel like they have the early 2000s aesthetic with a modern twist to it too. Number 3, Yurise Yatsura.
ダーリン何考えているっちゃ
うるさいおゆきさんはお前らと違ってしとやかだからな
ダーリン
Speaking of aesthetics with a modern twist, we have Yurise Yatsura. You see, this is just a remake of the original series that aired way back in the 1980s, and not a lot changed. Aliens threaten to invade Earth, but they won't do it if Shinobu managed to win a game of tag against the alien's boss's daughter. After being promised by his childhood friend that she'll marry him if he wants, let's just hope things don't get any crazier.
何か
食べてしまいたい
食ってもいいぜ
Just expect some old school humor here because, again, the original version of this anime aired before some of you might have been born. Also, there are rumors that it started the entire waifu culture, and I could see why that has been the case. Anyway, you already know a series is good when they've remade it after 40 years. Just watch it, and you'll know what I mean. Number 2, Ranma 1/2 2024.
勝手に決めないでよ男なんて大嫌いよ
おめえ青いパンツ似合わない
いっぺん死んでこ
Another series that's remade just like Yurise Yatsura is the legendary and iconic Ranma 1/2. Fun fact about this one is that the original series has 161 episodes, so I'm pretty curious about just how many episodes they're planning to remake. It follows 3 girls from a martial arts school whose lives change when they marry a guy who turns into a girl when he's touched by water, while that guy's dad turns into a panda.
ランマちゃんランマ2分の1
I know, the premise alone is completely ridiculous, but that's why it's so good. Best of all, it's going to be animated by no one else but Mappa. It's set to air this October, and from the trailer alone, it looks pretty solid. It keeps the art style of the original version, but makes it fit for the modern audience. Ranma's looking fine too. Number 1, Aoya hides her feelings in Russian.
おはようありゃ
おお、どうした？なんかゴミでも見るような目になってるぞ。
このクズ
What would you do if someone said some bad stuff to you in another language? Well, the opposite happens in this anime. You see, Alyssa, also known as Aoya, is basically the prettiest girl in school, but she's quite cold to almost every guy. I said almost because all her attention's being hogged by one guy. Although she's mostly mean to him, she secretly compliments him in Russian. But what she doesn't know is that he understands what she's saying.
乗りへ行けばどうにでもなるって
ちょっとあなたたち
悪い、戦略だ。
The premise itself is pretty cute, and I'm surprised that Alya's Russian sounds quite good. As of now, the plot feels pretty simple, with some similarities to The Girl I Liked Forgot Her Glasses. And I'm not gonna lie, the jokes made me laugh out loud, and Alya's just her. One of the best waifus this season. With all that and more, Alya Hides Her Feelings in Russian is #1 in our list of the top 10 new romance anime with tsundere girls.